Welcome. Cha 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 cha. Listen, we've seen a lot of things transpire. We've seen a lot of good things. We saw a lot of bad things, but we saw a lot of things, right? And whether good or bad, right or wrong, we've all come up to a sort of resolution to a situation. The majority of you might not get this till later, or maybe 15 years from now. They put it in a time capsule and you will see. But like I've spoken and told you guys time and time again, what you were going to see and what you weren't going to see involving this league, involving everything that has transpired here. Okay. Let's talk about it. Because every day we've seen promotion that's done by the league. We've seen promotion that's done by, sportscasters for their own benefits. You've seen myself. You've seen other people in blogs. And they all seem to be focused on the Lakers, the Clippers, Golden State, the Houston Rockets, the Boston Celtics, and now the Brooklyn Nets. And cannot forget the 76ers. Now, when you involve these teams in a synergy circle, you start to ask yourself a couple of things and start saying to yourself, like, wait a minute. What is actually my purpose here? Is this a business or a sport? So when you fall into that umbrella of business and sport and you don't know what direction you're going in, that's when you're messed up. That's when you're lost. And that's where the league is right now. The league is confused. It's lost. Doesn't know quite what it's doing or what's going on. It's losing its grip on what's important and what isn't. Giannis Antetokounmpo got the most valuable player award. To show you how much they value him, they took that most valuable player award and said, you know what? That don't mean anything to us. We don't care about the Milwaukee Bucks. No matter how many pieces you guys have added to make your teams better this year, we just don't care. And the reason why we don't care is because we got LeBron in LA. Oh, what is LeBron going to do now? What is AD's going to do now? That's all they care about. So they don't care about you, dog. They don't care about wins and losses. The NBA is a business, and people are going to have to recognize that truth. I recognize it, and I understand it. Oh, they promoted Dirk. Don't ever say that. They promoted Dirk Nowitzki. The new white Larry Bird? You think he didn't get promotion? Are you kidding? They promoted they promoted that guy more than you could ever imagine. Dirk Nowitzki was promoted more than Giannis, believe me. He was. Now, no, of course not to start. They wasn't going to promote him right out of the bat. But Dirk made brothers like him. Dirk! Guys is playing him with 2K, and I'm going to get Dirk and drop like 30 to 40. Oh, you can't stop. So it just shows you the difference in celebrity and what it all really matters when everything comes together. The Milwaukee Bucks are the best team in the East. The best team in the East had the best record in the NBA, and what happened? They don't go to NBA Finals. And the reason why is because they're a small market city. That's it. They're a small market city. So the NBA is not really focused on the Milwaukee Bucks. They just happen to gel and make themselves great. But whoop-de-doo is what the league is going to say. Their concern is with their moneymakers, their West Coast teams, and those East Coast teams that bring in all the ratings. They want to highlight them on their sports shows. They want to highlight players going there. Boston, that's their staple team. Gotta have Boston back in the mix. Chicago, they can care less about Chicago. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, they wouldn't even care about the Bulls. They didn't care about them again until they had Derrick Rose. The Bulls is a good market, but Chicago got too much going on in it, and it's not a basketball town, really. It's more of a football and Cub town than anything. White Sox fans, hey, I'll be screw y'all. Cubs, Bears, everything else is they still holding on to Jordan. So, it's the only time they won something. So I guess I'll hold on to it too. You say the Nets, and that's the thing. They're promoting the Nets now. The Brooklyn Nets is getting more marketing, production, and all this stuff. They got Kyrie coming there. They got Kevin Durant coming there. Milwaukee Bucks have already proven they can win games. They won over 60 games, and they still get no respect. The Clippers, they have everything, all their pieces together, but they still barely made 48 wins. Yet they got the pieces they got to get to the finals, but they still haven't even played together yet. But they getting all the press. Then they guys, they don't even talk, and they getting all the press. The Lakers, of course, they're gonna get the press. They got the biggest marketing piece that they built in LeBron James. But you hear nothing about the growth of these other teams. These other teams that have sacrificed so much. And they treat Milwaukee like that because they say Milwaukee is a city, is very poverty stricken. And it's that's every city. Every city got poverty in it. Every city got these things going on. So why all of a sudden is a lot of these things being prohibited? It's a lot of nonsense going on in the game that just doesn't make any sense right now. So until they can get a certain, amount of things fixed, People are going to be faced with a lot of problems. My Houston Rocket video, I think Ticket TV beat me to it. When I was in the hospital bed, I was talking about doing the Houston Rocket video, and that didn't work. Paul Pressey, Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, the Bucks is rough, man. That's what people don't. They just hear the Bucks and just think trash. I remember they had Paul Pressey, and they had the other guy who was a problem. They had Jack Sigma, and I can't think of his name. And it's, oh my gosh, how can I forget this guy's name? And I'm gonna be so mad. I forgot his name. Ricky Pierce. Yeah, Ricky Pierce. I'm like, I know I can't forget Ricky Pierce. Ricky Pierce, TC. You know, they had some guys, man. They didn't play no games. And don't forget to hit the like button. Man, if I'd have did this video and didn't know Ricky Pierce, I'd have broke something before I got out of here. Well, you got to think about it. They had the big three in Milwaukee. They had Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, and the big dog, Glenn Robinson. They were dominating. And they got basically cheated out of the NBA playoffs by the Indiana Pacers. They should have beat the Pacers that year. When Reggie Miller went and put on the Superman jersey and practice and came out and just lit them up. And the referees, man, it was the biggest screw job in the history of playoff series. And Ray Allen did something crazy and went to the press, and they were talking about investigating the game and all of this stuff and protesting. Yeah, believe me, it was a corrupt game. And y'all just remember the Sacramento Kings game and all that with the Lakers because of the referee and his problems. They never highlight this game. The Pacers playoff game against the Milwaukee Bucks was so criminal. People in Milwaukee ain't forgot it by far. Well, Milwaukee's a small market team, and small market teams and stuff in cities, they just hope they get a team that can go to the playoffs. You know, that brings more revenue in, but the NBA is not really going to market them like Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't a big market team until they got LeBron and they built it up. But nobody liked going to Cleveland. Nobody. People be like, "Oh my God, we got to go to Cleveland for the finals." Sportscasters, they. I mean, it was so bad. The NBA elites, executives, they didn't even want to go to Cleveland. They would make the Cleveland trip whenever they played in the NBA finals. They would make the Cleveland trip. So like those games are like rushed together. But when they go to like Golden State, oh, you got days in between. You're gonna be in Oakland for 3-4 days for the next game. And I'm like, wow, I guess they like San Francisco and the Bay. They like those areas. It's got no, Milwaukee was always Milwaukee. Don't throw that on Chicago. All them Chicago people moving here now. Y'all always been Milwaukee. People just sleep on it. I mean, we was always aware of Milwaukee. It's always these out of towners that don't understand. But real people in Chicago, they actually know better. Now most of them is migrated out here because I'm close to Milwaukee. I'm like about 30, 40 minutes from Milwaukee. And 40 minutes from my house, I can get to Milwaukee. I mean, Marquette is right in the hood. Marquette is the hood. You would think we was on the dorms of Marquette. I thought this was a project. I'm like, we in the projects? I'm like, that's the university? They're like, yeah, that's the university. I thought that was a project building. Giannis Antetokounmpo, though, think about all the things he's done, all the improvements he's made in his career. And for him to be looked at in that way and to be bypassed, for what? If I'm his agent, I'm like, well, what more do you want us to do? Because we're obviously getting this stuff done. So what's the point? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. And the league, somebody got to explain, why is there no promotion for Giannis? Does that make any sense to anyone sitting here? Giannis is your most valuable player in your league, even though I think James Harden should have won the trophy, but they want to spread it around and they wanted Giannis to get it. So they champion Giannis because Giannis is staying with the team that he got there, and he signed a big contract while everybody else is jumping ship. And you reward him by not even promoting this guy. They do it every time it's a small market city and it's not who they've picked. The NBA picks like 5 players that they want to focus on all year long. 5 main players that they're going to focus on, and that's going to be their essential focus point. And they right now, what they're doing is they're getting their schemes together and their market budget. They're already, it's like a television sitcom. They're already grooming you for the beef with Steph Curry versus Kevin Durant. They grooming you for that battle. So when they play each other, it can be the controversy of what Kevin Durant said and how he truly feels about Golden State and how Steph Curry disagreed with Kevin Durant. They're grooming you for that. So when it comes around, your brain's going to pick up on all of that when they start talking about it all week. All of it so that you could just watch the game. That's the ultimate point. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. I think this thing is stuck. I don't know. It's been a lot of goofiness going on over here lately, so I can't tell a number if it's real, fake, or whatever. This thing is just crazy now. I'm done trying to figure it out. Giannis isn't leaving Milwaukee. He's staying in Milwaukee. He's not going to want to leave a team that's building. Well, going to be pretty interesting because you're looking at a situation where you have Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have three other people that's all vying for the same thing. They're all vying to be great. They're all vying to be superstars in the league and be successful. But Giannis is so hell bent on having his team win that he's willing to share the ball if need be, should learn better shots, shooting from deep or out, getting a 3-point shot. He's been working on his 3-point shot. Why does Nathan is saying it like that? Why is he saying it like it's a negative that I said his name is Giannis? That's his name. Did you not know his name was Giannis, Nathan? What you thought his name was, the Greek freak? He called his dude Giannis. Dude name is Gainus. Man, that's Gainus, man. So anyway, Giannis came through, and don't forget, you guys can hit up the Cash App and donate to the page at any time. We appreciate the love and support. We really do. Okay, you said okay. What's your question? I just missed it. But you said you had a question to back up the logic that Dirk clearly was not promoted by the NBA. Okay. What is your question? I can't even scroll up. You've been following the Mavs for 20 years. Okay. What did you want to know about Giannis? I mean, about Dirk. Hmm? I want to hear it. What is the question? Well, I guess that's done. Now we moving forward. Dirk Nowitzki was promoted, in my opinion, quite well. Lewis, it's not even close in a head-to-head matchup with Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Just stop it. You guys are way off base. In head-to-head matchups, Kobe Bryant shoots over 50% against LeBron James when they're guarding each other. Wins and losses, that falls in the department of team. So yeah, he had more wins because he's playing with, you know, Chris Bosh and Wade, who was guarding Kobe the majority of the time. That was Wade's assignment because he was a defensive player, all around basketball player. Yeah, they would have. The whole Kobe LeBron argument got disproved in the All-Star game when Kobe gave you an example of what he would do to LeBron James. It was over. It was no more question, no more doubts about who was the better basketball player. In that fourth quarter, when Kobe guarded, Kobe decided he finna guard LeBron. He basically put him in the playpen, put a bottle in his mouth, lift him up, rocked him, put him in the baby thing. He was like, "Yep, you going to bed." Kobe treated him like a little kid. He couldn't do anything on Kobe. Avery Johnson got ejected in the finals for asking for a timeout. The NBA got fake love for the Mavs. Dirk never got any respect until 2011. Yeah, that season, yeah, they promoted him. So what is you talking about? Dirk is, do you know how many years ago 2011 was? Dirk just retired this year. Oh, you said '06 finals. Oh yeah, '06 finals. My bad. Yeah, the '06 finals. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, well, yeah, that was a big corruption. They wanted Shaq to win with D Wade. That was a business move. So to make it up to you guys, they gave you the championship against the same team, the Miami Heat and LeBron. So you got your reward. Thank the NBA. They made it up. Yo. So Giannis' whole approach was different. Giannis' whole approach was to be a great example for the NBA. He shows up for all the NBA events. He promotes all of the different things that the NBA is about. He has become the international from Greece to the United States, his brothers, his family, and he's all about doing the right thing for the league. He says, I don't want to go all these different teams and join on them just to try to win a championship. I think we can win a championship right here in Milwaukee. And you got to call out these other journalists and these other artists. I mean, these other people like Stephen A. Smith. And you know what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you flat out. The NBA they don't care. No one, they're not going to willingly risk any type of promotion on something that's not going to give them the ratings that they want. They don't care about Giannis. The only time you'll hear about Giannis is if he's going against Kawhi Leonard. You hear about Giannis if he's going against LeBron. You hear about Giannis if he's going up against James Harden. You got to have a real identity in order to get yourself in a whole different situation as far as what they call when you get yourself put in a certain position. You got to have an identity. James Harden is known as the Beard. So not only can he play, they can identify with him. Then you have Russell Westbrook, who's known as the angry guy. Russ, KD, the temperamental guy. All of these guys have their own identities. Steph Curry's the happy-go-lucky guy who's hitting all these threes with his quiet buddy Clay, who's just blue collar, goes out and does his job. Kyrie with the crazy crossover and finishing moves at the rim. They have identities. Giannis, get to the basket, destroy anything. The guy has an identity. The Greek freak. But yet, he's not properly being used and marketed. And most valuable player who's not being marketed in the NBA. All because he plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. Makes no sense to anyone in the free world. I guess that's just the way it is. It's the way it is.